Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek War! Lots of happy, angry cursing this week, but this is all happy because it's Lucha Underground. And I'm mad, Mike. You know me. I'm not really mad because we're talking about Lucha. I can never be mad talking about Lucha until it ends. Then I'm mad that we don't have more Lucha. But with me is the voice, or La Voz, of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton, doing Kermit arms. How are you, sir?
I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about this show so much.
I love when you do flailing Kermit arms, Eamon. ¿Cuál es tu palabra para semana?
Okay, cool.
What's your word? What's your word, Eamon?
My word for this week's Lucha Underground is trophy.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to break tradition. I'm going to have dos palabras, and it is jam session.
Take you the same time.
Yes. It can be hyphenated. It's not, but it can be. I'm saying jam session. All right. Eamon, there's so much to pick. ¿Cuál es tu bueno this week?
My bueno this week is going to go for a match that really surprised me this week. And that's the Cage Chavo match for the Gift of the Gods title. I said it on Twitter, and I really mean this. And it sounds like a knock, but I don't really mean it to me. This is my favorite Chavo Guerrero match ever.
Wow, really? Ever?
I can't think of a – because there's not been a Chavo match. I'm like, oh, that's an amazing Chavo match. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe not since WCW. I can see that.
But, yeah, I mean, like, there's not – like, I don't watch Chavo's wrestling and go, like, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
But this was really, really amazing. Like, this was, you know, a great story that was played out. I thought both guys did amazing. The commentary team did really great of selling, like, the psychology of the match and, like, putting Chavo over as this, you know, shitty heel and kind of, like, you know, his cockiness and his arrogance. I really thought this was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And plus, I mean, we got a title change right away, and Cage has already challenged Matanza.
Yeah.
You know what this means, Eamon? We can get more medallions before Ultimate Lucha.
I'm very excited. I think I saw some people say, like, oh, I think Cage should have just ended the match in like 30 seconds. But, like, I think this was almost a better way to build up Cage.
Yeah, I mean, Chavo is too wily a veteran. Because if Cage ends in 30 seconds, you can never use Chavo again.
Yeah, it's good. They made both of them seem important.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think this was a great way to go about it, because if Cage just qualified for that Gift of the Gods match and won it, like, that's fine. But, like, the fact that he qualified, earned his spot, got cheated out of his spot, and had to work all this way around to get back to the title and win it, I think makes Cage look even better.
Plus, it sets up such a cool dynamic for the next time we do the medallions.
Right, yeah, it sets a cool precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was super fun. And credit to both performers because they did an amazing job here.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. When Chavo hit the frog splash, I thought he was pulling the upset.
Yeah, it was really good. I really, really like this match.
Because Lucha does that sometimes where they buck convention and, like, the thing you think is going to happen, sometimes that doesn't happen in Lucha, and we'll have a case of that in my bueno, that trios match, though.
Those assholes.
Holy shit. All right, first, before we even get into the match, the backstage segment where Phoenix is taken out, and Taya said that she had a present for Jack Evans and PJ Black, and it's an unconscious Phoenix, and Johnny just shows up, and they start jamming on air guitars, and, like, Johnny does an air guitar, and they're like, whoa, the boy can shred. I'm like, it's a fucking air guitar.
They're such dicks, and I love it so much.
Oh, my God. They are... Now, Eamon, you may not know this movie because you are young. Have you seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey?
No, I haven't seen it, no. But I've heard it.
There is an evil Bill and Ted in it. They embody evil Bill and Ted. All four of them. They are the evil Lucha Wild Stallions. And they are the absolute best. They are the shit. And the match was fucking amazing.
Well, because my favorite part of it, because it really showed that, like, I don't know. I feel like we're getting to this point where it's more than even just having – the best part about Lucha isn't just the amazing wrestling, but it is the character work. Like, they were having a super competitive match throughout, and, like, on the level of some of the past trios title matches that we've been having. And then the ref gets knocked out, and the Rudo team says, fuck it, we're just going to kick him in the dick a bunch.
And boy, howdy do
that. And when I say that, I'm not saying with hyperbole. They kicked them in the dick a lot.
Like, they made sure that everyone kicked everyone else in the dick.
Like, they did a big move at one point, transitioned to what looks like they were going to just transition to another move, and they just positioned so Jack Evans could kick him in the dick. Like, it was so shitty. Like, it was amazing. Like, they were such assholes, and that's the coolest thing about them. Johnny's reaction when he gets the win, like, that smile that he gives is the greatest thing he's ever done. Like, I have to say, this episode, it was the first time Cage and Mundo held titles in Lucha Underground. Yeah, that's true.
That's
a good point.
Awesome. That's awesome for that to happen on the same show.
Yeah, I think it was the perfect time to drop it from Mysterio, Puma, and El Dragon Azteca, because I think this gives them a good chase, and it opens up some more stuff going forward. I think it's perfect. I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. Also, like, I know honestly, as amazing as the wrestling is, it's probably third on my favorite things about Lucha Underground. Like, between the promos and the characters, like, it's probably third, and the wrestling is fucking amazing.
The wrestling was great this week. Like, it really was. Like, I love that Mysterio. It feels like Mysterio's energized again, which is really cool.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that
he's got that RVD swag when he got back to WWE.
I love that they're doing. I don't know, because I think our biggest critique of Mysterio when he was getting into his light period in WWE was that his matches were very formulaic, and you could see them coming from a mile away. I love that they're innovating here. Like, I love that electric chair Mundo had Mysterio in, where Mysterio like kind of like hurricanrana into the outside, but they keep hold of the electric chair. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's amazing.
It also helps that he's not having one-on-one matches.
Yeah,
I don't mean that as a detriment at all, but it helps freshen him up.
But he's in a good role here with like Puma and El Dragon Azteca. Yeah. Like, I think him being in that position works perfectly.
By the way, +1 to Jack Evans for telling Dragon Azteca that he is the Dragon Slayer.
Yes.
And that is now 2 dragons Jack Evans has slain. I'm pretty sure he can take the Iron Throne.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hashtag hold the door. But fucking hell, man, that match, it was just so good. It was just so damn good. And Eamon, and to anyone else who might be listening, I know it's already recorded. There's nothing you can do about this now. For Ultima Lucha, I'd like a rematch of this, but I would also like to add Son of Havoc, Evilise, and Angelico if he's ready. Just make it a all 3 teams clusterfuck match.
Well, there's so many ways to go with it. I feel you've got Puma, Dragon Azteca, and Mysterio. You've got Defunct Trios. You've got Phoenix, who got taken out. You know, you've got a lot of ways.
Oh,
I would love.
I think you just cracked it. I think you just cracked it. No. Havoc, Evilise, Phoenix.
I was gonna say that would be good. I was also thinking maybe do 4-way with the Trios champions, the former champions, Defunct Trios, Phoenix, Drago, Aerostar.
Oh, fuck yeah. Of course. They're nunchuck buddies.
Right, yeah.
Of course.
And they came in around the same time, so it works.
God damn it. Yes, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Just I got a little
that match has to happen.
I just got a little hard, Eamon. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. That would be, oh man, that would be great. All right, but transitioning, not every show is perfect. Despite what we say sometimes about this show. Eamon, do you have a Malo this week?
This show is damn near perfect. My only, literally my only motto I wrote was the lighting in the cop scene. That's the slightest bad. I didn't like the lighting. I think they were trying to do like a natural light sort of thing. It wasn't my favorite, but other than that's the only closest thing I could think of to a bad. Like honestly, that was everything else amazing.
And that cop scene. All right. It also goes to my my bad. Free Cisco, man. Free Cisco. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing
He was at the wrong
wrong.
place at the wrong time.
Except be an accessory to murder. He did nothing wrong. Nothing. But no, that segment was fucking gold. That segment was really, really great. The only thing I would change about this week is I mean, my bad for this week. I want Masquerita to get a win.
Well, I think it's better that he doesn't. I mean, obviously they're telling a specific story with this. I really liked when Matt Striker pointed at the end that Masquerita technically has more wins before he was with Famous Speed than during.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Masquerita a lot. And of course, this is like a kayfabe bad. Like, I know they're doing something with it, obviously. But I still feel so bad for Masquerita. I want things to happen for him. I want him to get fame.
Can I say that match with Joey Ryan was probably my favorite, or it's really the biggest, comedy match I can think of that's happened in Lucha Underground?
That didn't involve Pimpy.
It didn't involve Pimpinella, but even then,
Amen. For Ultimate Lucha, can we have Joey Ryan versus Pimpy?
That could be fun.
My God, that would be amazing.
I just really love that. This is the first match. Even Pimpinella, matches had the comedy, but would go into the wrestling. This, I think, was the first kind of full comedy match they've had, and it was amazing and perfect. I love those little stuff like how Joey Ryan ended the match with that tornado DDT, but did it from the second instead of the top rope like usual.
My favorite thing was when Joey said he was going to press Masquerita and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, and then Masquerade. Oh no, it wasn't Masquerade. He just does the quick slam on him.
Oh yeah, like the least impressive body slam.
Yeah, and he was just I'm so strong.
Oh God, Joey Ryan, you're a delight. You're a delight, sir. All right, so Eamon, Qualis do Cambio. Do you have a change this week?
The lighting in the cop scene. That's the closest thing I could think of. That's honestly all I could think of. Everything else I really fucking loved on this show.
Okay. I'm going to have a very small change. For King Cuerno. When you lock someone up in a hermetically sealed chamber, you should label it.
Okay, let's just talk.
You should label it.
Because we're gonna go in now. Now we're gonna go into this stuff that we didn't get to talk about.
Yeah, because I knew we hadn't brought it up yet, so I just made something up. But yeah, label it like a Batman villain, like just caution, death inside, just something.
Yeah. So let's get to that. Spoiler alert: in the progression from Graver Consequences, King Cuerno now has Mil Muertes as a trophy.
Yes.
And when we say that, we don't just mean he has this mask or whatever, like you would think. He has the person,
yes,
as a trophy.
If any of you have seen Guardians of the Galaxy, King Cuerno has now transitioned in my headcanon from Kraven the Hunter to the Collector.
I also really love little, if I remember correctly, little stuff that I know it shows that Lucha Underground cares, the fact that the mask was still ripped.
Yep.
I really like that. I don't know. I just think it was so cool. It was such a cool thing. And it's a great way to have Mil kind of, take a break after Graver Consequences, and it gives him something amazing to go into. I'm so happy for this.
I want to know how he's keeping Mil unconscious. That's what I want to know. Did he also still have his eyes open?
No, they were closed.
They were closed. Okay,
I think I'm guessing it was from the fact that because here's the thing. I'd have to look back to the one time. I'd have to look back to after the first Grave Consequences when Katrina revives Mil Muertes. Does he have? I can't remember if she did anything specific to actually revive him.
I think she used the rock.
I'm thinking that's so. I think Mill is dead almost in a sense.
Yeah.
Like Mill is like he doesn't have what he needs to grow into his newest form. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have the right evolution stone to progress to his next level.
Yeah,
He needs a Thunderstone or a Moonstone or.
So he's still in a state of death right now.
He needs to be taken to a Pokemon Center. But anytime you throw King Cuerno in a cowboy hat, it's instantly going to be a favorite part. But goddamn, when he revealed that he just has Mill in a fucking glass box like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in basketball, fucking perfect. And that's a deep cut reference, but fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just everything about it. Like, and you know what? We didn't even talk about Pentagon.
Yeah. So Pentagon, in a sense, has grown stronger. He's walking now. He did a thing where he kind of got back on Vampiro a bit as Vampiro was trying to like beat him up, and the whole idea is Vampiro saying he's not ready to fight Matanza yet. He can go back to the temple, but he's not ready to fight Matanza yet.
I love how Matanza is like the big bad of this season, and we're doing training montages essentially, like training montages scattered over weeks.
To me, this seems to be the match that they build to for like say Ultimate Lucha,
which is weird because I still don't know if I see Pentagon to be the one beating him.
I don't know. I think if my vision, at least, as what I think this is going to be, is that we do get Pentagon Matanza. But as opposed to every other person who sort of approached Matanza and has challenged for his belt, this is almost kind of going to go back to the Cerro Miedo style of match.
Mm-hmm.
Like this match is going to be bloody. It's going to be Pentagon's kind of specialty.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of ultra violence that is what takes it to Matanza. Because here's the thing, Matanza's fucking ripped people's faces off.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
He did kill a man, and not in the Kali sort of way.
So a guy being like, "Oh, I'm going to fight him in a wrestling match," isn't going to beat him.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be somebody who is willing to go to that level. But
see, we say this, and yet they're still teasing of the super, like the guy in the limo.
Yeah.
Where does he/she/it play into this? Like,
well, to me,
I feel like at the end of Mortal Kombat, where like all the good guys think they're one, and Pentagon has the title, and then Shao Kahn blows up the temple. He's like, "You weak, pathetic fools!"
Well, to me, there's three people that I think are options as to how they can end Matanza's reign. One's Pentagon, one's the guy in the limo, the other is El Dragon Azteca. Because it was also very much heavily hinted that El Dragon Azteca was training with Mysterio to go for Matanza.
Yeah, I think he's not the safe route, but I think the expected route. Like, that's who I always... Yeah. Because that's the ultimate underdog, and he's training with the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio. Like, he's training to fight giants, essentially.
I could see it go any of those three ways. I just feel like if you're going to defeat Matanza, who is somebody who literally came out the first time in the temple covered in blood because of a murder that he committed. Like, he needs to have somebody take it to him in that level, and to me, the only person that can do that as of now is Pentagon.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Although, him and Cage next week, that's going to be fun.
That'll be fantastic.
That is going to be fun.
Monster versus Machine is like... I love that they have characters where they can do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even Cage adjusted his catchphrase, "I'm not a monster, I'm a machine." Like that. So good. Oh man, just this show, man. This fucking show. Do we know when Ultima Lucha is yet? Because they haven't even mentioned it.
I'm not sure. I don't want to look because I don't want to get.
I'm never looking for spoilers. I'm never looking.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where things go. Yeah, and like you said, like if Cage has his match or whatever next week, we'll still need to crown a new Get to the Gods champion.
More medallions.
Yeah.
More medallions. Just spread them out, man. Oh, or you know what? There might be a thing where like the gift of the gods can only be cashed in once a season.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be cool. Like, kind of put a time limit on it, but not really.
Yeah. Well, I mean I don't know, because to me that almost kind of emphasizes that's almost them saying that they have seasons.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah.
To me, in their world, they don't have seasons.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Oh man. All right. Did we miss anything? Because they covered a lot of ground this week.
I think we covered most of it. I also really love the promo package kind of thing they did on Taya.
I liked it. I thought it was too late.
Possibly. I think it works particularly the way I see them going is I think they're going to do eventual Taya Evilise kind of story.
Yeah.
They did a big emphasis on Taya being a real woman, almost in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like the superior woman.
Yeah, I like how she like did a Wonder Woman change into her clothes.
Yeah,
and then she rolled up in the car with Johnny at the end, and she's the one driving.
Yeah,
it almost like very similar.
Like
exactly when he rides bitch on the motorcycle.
Yeah,
and of course Johnny when they're driving off throws his arm in the air for no reason at all.
Just cause.
That's just like, hey, I'm leaving somewhere. I should throw my arm up.
The four of them, maybe, and I say this every week that everyone's my favorite, but like those four people, as of now, maybe my favorite people in Lucha Underground: Johnny, Taya, Jack, and PJ. Like I think they're
Eamon, call them by their real name, the Lucha Wild Stallions.
That's fair.
It's so perfect. It's so perfect. Like, I could just watch a 1 hour comedy weekly with all of them, just being awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So Eamon, now this is the toughest question I've ever asked you in my natural life.
So difficult.
Where does Lucha rank for you this week?
It was a hard decision. Actually, I mean, we talked about it at NXT. It was a very close week, I will say, with NXT involved. But it is my number one. Like God, this show is so good.
Yeah, honestly, it was closer than I expected to be this week because I watched Lucha first and then I watched NXT. I was watching NXT. I'm like, wow, this is actually stacking up pretty well against Lucha. But yeah, Lucha's still number one. I think the Mil Muertes in a glass case kind of sealed it for me.
I was like, that's the point where I'm like, yeah, this is winning this week.
Yeah. But yeah, still such a great show. Top to bottom, left to right, forwards and backwards.
Up and down.
Yes. Hey, Eamon, where can the good people of the internet find you?
Go ahead and find me on Twitter at Eamon2, please. And also, check out the wrestling promotion I'm involved with, Inspire Pro Wrestling, on Twitter at Inspire Pro Rets.
All right, and you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. I live tweet Lucha Underground every week, so go to @MayhemShow, look for the hashtag MM, that's me, and you can see what I comment each week. And go to our Facebook page. Go tell us how much you love Lucha. We can talk about it. Don't post spoilers. If you post spoilers, we will seal you.
We will hurt you and we will hurt your family.
We will seal you in a glass case. We will literally do that. But feel free to also come to our site where we have our main show. Where we talk about more than just Lucha Underground. We talk about everything. At WrestlingMayhemShow.com, live.overtimemedia.com, every Tuesday night, round about 8 p.m. Usually I'm there. Usually this guy's there. But Sorg is also with us, and he loves wrestling too. And I think you'd like to hear what he'd have to say if you've never heard him before. All right. So for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your midweek